Flip on the side.
Right?
Little side hustle.
Little side hustle.
You know, I feel like taint right now. I got a little bit of that. A little of my oil on my eye and whatnot. Like,
Oil? You mean your car oil?
nah, like I had the little
Yeah,
oils
You
and shit.
you gonna say baby oil?
It ain't baby oil. It ain't baby oil. Hell no. Hell no. It ain't baby oil. You feel me?
Nah, we
No, say I don't be catching no rub downs, no diddy.
anyways, welcome to the Perspective Podcast.
Yes, sir.
And if I release the other video with Alex, you'll know why I'm saying that, because it's not the right name. But since everybody else saying it, I'm gonna join him. Right? So because I mentioned that, you're gonna see me in the same fit twice because we did a double today, right? Same day, same outfit. Don't hate me. This is Romano, the realtor, and thank you for tuning in.
I'm fresh
here
as hell,
with-
though.
Yeah, I'm here with the fresh, the very much alive because he ain't that old, right? Realty Ryan, fit check. You got to show him the fit. Show him the fit, bro. Show him the
I'm
fit.
out here.
You
I'm out
got you got to get up. You got to show him the
come on, I
360,
gotta
bro.
do- no,
360,
not
bro.
a 360, bro.
360,
I'ma
bro.
get in
You got
trouble about my girl
show him the
with these
fit.
pants
Show him
and
the
whatnot,
fit, bro.
you
Show him
feel
the
me?
fit.
Got my
Yeah.
ass out and whatnot.
Yeah.
You feel me? I got
Yeah.
to chill. You feel me?
And if you knew Realty Ryan personally, as Fab likes to say, this is probably the most modern your shoot has been.
We out here, yeah.
I had to bring that one on pod. You
feel me?
He liked to throw it around in the dark, but everybody needs to know what he be saying.
Yeah. He push us to the limit a little bit. You feel me? He keep us on our toes.
And speaking of negative energy, right? We're talking about loans today.
Yes,
But
sir.
I didn't want to jump into them because, who wants to hear about loans, right?
Creditors.
Right? Because they're getting paid off them loans. So, how you been, Ryan? What you been up to?
Everything is good, brother.
Okay, all right.
You feel me? I'm enjoying this first shift life.
Nice.
And I recently went to It and Jordan's Furniture.
Huh?
Yeah, they got like a indoor, like,
What up, y'all? It's about to get
I don't know what you call it, like
Adventure?
an obstacle
Adventure?
course. Yeah, little.
Down by
I went there. I tried to get some footage for y'all, but I left the phone in the car and I
Ain't
just had the
no
metas.
way.
I had the metas on.
Oh, okay.
And I thought they was recording.
Uh-huh.
So I was going ham. I was pushing it to the limit the whole time. And the damn phones in the car and the damn glasses weren't recording without the phone. So something to know, Ray-Ban get y'all shit together, one. And if you
Facts.
do own a pair of the Ray-Ban Metas and you out doing something adventurous and you want to record, make sure you got your phone with you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, it ain't going to save none of the footage.
That's ridiculous. They don't. I mean, I understand because it's glasses. Like the space for storage is probably not. Couldn't you at least get like a little SIM card, like you could
Bruh.
like slide into the side?
I'm sure it doesn't take that much that they could have threw a little terabyte or something crazy,
Something.
a 500 gig in there that could have handled some of them videos. But
Bro,
that was a
Japan's over
very
there teleporting
unpleasant surprise.
technology, bro.
They
Wait.
teleporting.
Yeah, Japan's over there teleporting data, bro.
That was crazy.
Oh shit.
They're teleporting data now.
They using them quantum computers.
Something like that. I think that it's completely seamless. Like usually you have like a trace, like it's like back and forth. Nah, it's like information here. Now it's here.
That's tough. Well,
That stuff.
we'll get there in like 10 years. You feel me?
It's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute. But I derailed us there. What were you gonna say?
No. But that was lit. That was lit. My little trip there was lit. Like I said, the obstacle course was lit.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a good time. It's me and my girl out there. Shout out to her.
Shout out to his girl.
You feel me? So we were just outside cooking it up. We went to like the 5th level. We was all the way up.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we hit the little zip line a couple times, like a couple zip lines across there. I was even getting footage of that. I was doing little 360 spins on the zip line.
Oh, so
feel
you was
me?
wilding.
Yeah, I was acting
You really
up.
thought they were seeing you.
Yo, I thought they was seeing me, bruh. But they wasn't.
No, they ain't seeing you.
We're going to get it together. I'm going to go back now.
Where?
And I'm going to make sure I got the phone on me. And I'm going to go ham with the foots. And I'm going to push it to the limit.
I'm gonna give you 2 weeks. You gotta
Damn.
get that footage.
That's crazy.
Before
weeks,
this episode come out, you gotta get the footage.
I'll get it popping. I'll be back.
And that's the Jordan's New Haven side, right?
Yeah.
God, is there a new one coming out? I know there's a new Sally A Pizza coming out,
Okay.
and that's like same New Haven side, but Yeah, I know which Jordan you're talking about. That's the one next to our like the wharf with all the
So eat some pizza and then go run it off
right
after an hour, like swimming. You feel me?
hour. What the hour? Where you
I don't
swimming?
know. No. I'm saying like you know how they say like after you finish swimming, you
Oh,
don't or finish eating, you don't swim for like an
oh,
hour, 20 minutes, whatever the
yeah,
hell.
yeah, yeah. I
Do that with the pizza
that
before
makes
you
sense.
go there, cause it could get a little rough if
Shit.
you really about that life.
Okay, all right. No, that
So,
pizza crazy though. I think it's like $30
oh,
a
that's
box.
yeah. I'm not even big on pizza like that. I like my burgers and my wings. You feel me?
Oh
All
shit.
day.
We talking about pizza now. I gotta make the big claim. If you drive into Connecticut from Mass or New York, you might notice that we got Connecticut, the state that's the capital of pizza right now. We or something like that. We got the best pizza. That's what that sign is
That's
saying. I'm
crazy.
gonna say it up front right now. That sign is saying we got the best pizza
Y'all got
around,
the best
and
pizza.
we right next to New York, so you know that mean is fighting words,
Yeah, they
right?
probably swooped down. One of the New Yorkers probably moved here. They probably making the pizza. I ain't hating, but I'm just saying,
No,
like
no, no.
hop, skip, and a jump. Let me find out it's a Connecticut native.
It's like it low key it is because that's what I'm saying. Like Sally and Pizza was a part of it because they basically created a genre that is New Haven style pizza.
Okay.
And look, I wasn't involved with this. I ain't no pizza connoisseur. Like I don't know nothing about pizza.
Now I don't even like pizza, so I want to go there so I can put it to the test. If I
Right.
like it, that means it's
Right.
hitting. If
Yeah.
I'm like it's slamming, but they could cheat, they could throw a pause of meat lovers in there, super pause, or something
Yo.
like that, and I'm gonna go with it, or a buffalo chicken, or different stuff like that. I had a
Yeah.
chicken salad pizza one time. That shit was banging.
Yo. And hot take. I heard New York pizza greasy as hell.
Woo! He did that. Like I said,
I ain't meant to get close and personal like that, but
but he did. He
I
did.
had to say it. I feel like there's gonna be a lot of hate coming my way. And it's not like I personally believe y'all pizzas belong in a trash can. Cause I the first time I came to
Oh,
this
he want
country,
smoke.
the first time I came to this country was New York. So I respect the New Yorkers, right?
Yeah, don't disrespect.
I respect
We
the
ain't trying to
culture,
have them
yo.
run down here
I
on us.
appreciate
You know what
y'all.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna need them to like and subscribe and share up
Right?
in New York,
So I think that
all the boroughs.
y'all in New York, y'all got something going on, but y'all been lacking this last decade. So y'all even got Connecticut on your heels. Like, come on. Come on.
Cat said the rappers ain't quite it no more.
Yo,
The pizza
relax.
ain't quite
That's
it
where I'm
no
running into
more.
trouble, bro. You
Other things,
talking about the
it's just not
rappers,
hitting like
yo.
it used to. You feel me?
Yo, you gonna have the whole underground on me, yo.
I ain't mad at them. Who want to battle? Let's go.
Oh,
I still got it. No, I'm just kidding.
word for word, band for
You
band.
feel me? So, but who are we anyway? We ain't even.
Oh, yeah, we was on loans.
No, I said who are we? I ain't say where are we. Super tweet.
I'm loan one, you loan two.
There you go. You stupid. Like think.
Yo, I'm the guy that may or may not show up and tow your car. He will certainly have your car towed.
Get it took.
Yo, that's funny as hell.
We out here snatching them back. You feel me? Like weaves.
Facts. Reaper.
Yeah, repossessing. We
Yeah.
repossessing.
Any hour of the day.
Foreclosing on any bad ideas you have. You feel me? But
Too close to home for some people.
exactly, might take that too.
Oh.
No, I'm just playing. We
No.
just talking crazy right now. We're just talking crazy. But yeah, I'm Realty Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And here with Mr. Romano the Realtor.
The reintro.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting the serious stuff, I guess.
Prefect Perspective.
Yeah.
We gonna switch it up now and talk about what we came to damn do.
Right.
First of all, I said at the seminar, but how important is credit in America?
Pretty damn important, you know?
Right. So
Most of the places don't even got credit.
that's lit. I'm curious. I don't know much about things abroad. I'm trying to get it locked down here and definitely want to step out. But, that's the one thing I do know, that there's crazy importance in credit here unless you're like filthy wealthy. And even that, sometimes you still got to have some good credit. So this is not just about real estate. We want to educate people many different ways. Sometimes when your back is against the wall, you got to find different ways to, keep your finances straight. So we want to make sure that you could do that, because the end goal is to invest in some type of real estate, whether that's your forever home or your first home or your multi-family home or your investment property, whatever. Like, that should be the goal. So I know it's not a lot to listen to this for the people who've been through it, but for the people who don't have these things, or the credit is not quite where it should be, because we get these calls all the time.
Right.
I deal with it with rentals. I want to help people. So, but I can't help anyone unless they're helping themselves first.
Oh, whoa.
Right?
Ain't that what God said?
Something like it.
Depends on your belief, right?
Yeah. We ain't.
I heard that
I'm
in
a
the
little
Bible
spiritual.
verse.
Yeah. Something like that up in there. Something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. So
let's cut past the noise, right?
Let's get there.
Well, what do you want to let them know today? Because we tell y'all all this all the time. Make sure you watch the other episodes, all right? Because those little nuggets of knowledge is every single episode we've been putting out. You're gonna find a little bit of it everywhere. So today we're giving you a little different piece of this, right?
Right.
And you were saying it's credit.
Credit. Let's talk about it.
Right.
So we had our seminar. The guy kind of stressed the importance of it, but once again, how do you build it? How do you get it where it's supposed to be?
Oh, my bad. That was my vape.
Is that you?
That's my vape.
Oh, that's what that is? Okay.
I gotta turn it off spaceship mode.
There you go.
Yeah.
I make sure I'm in the right mode too, because I swear, should nobody be hitting me up right now. Make sure my joint is in sleep mode from right here. Put it to sleep.
Yeah, when it's not evaporating my lungs. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but just know that, like, obviously for most people out there, they're struggling because there's some type of delinquency or something like that on your credit.
Yeah.
If you're not going to figure out a way to get a disposition for improper information, then you probably need to pay it. Mm-hmm. Other than that, you find someone who, deals with stuff like that, see what they can do. I always recommend the people to pay it off.
Right.
But like we also spoke about in the podcast and the live, that can vary depending on the age of the delinquency. So if you want to work with us and you want to do something with home ownership, let's get you in touch with one of our lenders and have them check your credit so that they can tell you what would be good for you to take care of and what wouldn't. That in itself could help you get your score up to not only buy a home, but to qualify for other things.
Right. And not to cut you off, but to dig a little deeper than that, when we send you to these lenders, I mean, we don't know what all of them will do, but we know what the list of people we work with can do.
Real.
Right. And one of those things is that when they break apart your credit, they can let you know what that roadmap looks like to recovery. So they'll tell you, like, yeah, this might take you half the year, come back in November after you make these payments consistently. Or, hey, look, you can pay this off real quick, right? And we have a tool that can do an instant rescore, but you do have to pay a fee for it, right? There's multiple routes. And then, right, on top of that, like you said, finding a trustworthy person to get stuff off your credit, they can get you in touch with that person, if not be that person for you,
right,
to then advocate on your behalf to these credit agencies, right? To get your stuff right, to get your shit cleaned up, get you on the right track, right? To get deeper. That is, like, aside from every lender offering something different, right? That's the deeper side of that, right? You step through the door, and now you're just like, yeah, well, what will he do? That's what they will do for you, right? Exactly. And I ain't gonna put my life on it because I ain't a lender. Every one of them do something different, like I just said. Right. But we know that there's some significant help they can provide.
There you go.
Right.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And for my people who don't have any credit, there's simple steps to establishing. So you have a job, you have income coming in, you never had a credit card, you don't know how to establish credit. There's so many different ways, especially now. Mm-hmm. There's websites where you can put your actual rent. and bills on it, and it will track them and use that to build credit. And you start with the old school way, grabbing like a gas card or something. Stay away from store cards.
Right.
They don't help as much. Don't believe people were telling you like, oh yeah, paying your phone bill boosts your credit. That's false. It'll hurt if you go into collections, but it does nothing to raise it. So start with a gas card, pay it off. I always tell people you start new, first account you get, whatever it is, pay it up. Don't max it out, but get it as high as you can afford to get it and pay it right off. Keep doing that. You'll see that limit go up and your credit score will go right with it.
Right.
Short amount of time, you start qualifying for other accounts. Take it to a more certified credit card if you're going from a gas card, or you go to your bank, get a secured credit card, which goes into some other stuff we were talking about before, but you basically fronting your own money to be used as a credit card, and now you're basically paying yourself, and this is to help build credit for those that don't have it. So you take these few steps and get there. Next thing you know, you might be financing a car or something like that.
Right.
Here at Prefect, we much rather you find you a little something cash and get in the house, and once you're comfortable with your finances, turn around and buy the car, whatever it is affordable to you and you want, after you get the house. Because if you're trying to work with us and buy a home, you want to have a pretty clean debt to income that includes not having super new accounts. All of this influences your credit. So now we were talking about something earlier, about something that was going on with you, and I don't know if you mind sharing it with the people. But one thing I love myth busting the perceptions of credit and what affects the score, because people misinterpret sometimes, and it causes them to like lessen their qualifications. So I don't know how you feel about sharing what we were talking about earlier with that account, but I thought that was pretty cool.
No. I mean, super basic as I would think. I just recently paid off my car. So what happened is when I paid it off, I mean, I was thinking that paying it off would screw the fact that, like I wanted a width in my credit. Like I have the full balance in an account. Yeah, it was in good standing, but like if I close it, I feel like I would lose that leg almost. You know what I mean? Like there's multiple legs that hold up credit.
Right.
Losing that total amount of limit would just screw me over, and I was afraid of that a little bit, so I didn't want to fully pay it off, but I did it anyways, and my score jumped 40 points, all sides, right? I was lit. I was thinking it would drop, actually.
Right. So his score went up 40 after he paid off the loan.
Yeah.
His expectation was that it would drop. His reasoning for why he believed it was drop was basically that he'd lost an account and he'd qualified a debt by, paying it off. So once that's satisfied and that's no longer an active account, obviously that loan is closed. And you're right, that does to an extent work as a negative, even though it's a positive thing that you took care of your loan, you satisfied the balance correctly, but like you said, it's multiple legs to it. So the thing about it is, depending on how long you had been financing that car for, that time in comparison to your other accounts, that could have had a negative effect. Because say like you only have a 10-year history of credit, and that car was 5 years of that 10 years, or say it was the early 5 of the 10. If you finish it, then you would either eliminate 5, early or late. In fact, let's say it was at the end of the 10 years. So, you're 10 years in, now your car is 5, you have some other credit card that's 10 years old, but you losing the car knocked off 5 years of that one account. So that's where it can hurt you, because your credit is based off account history, and that's kind of like the term, the length these accounts have been open, how many accounts you have. Also the available amount in the account. That's why, so like you said, it's multiple legs. When you open up a new loan, normally your score is going to drop more so then, because one, you have an inquiry on your account. Two, you have a loan that you have a 100% basically balance on. You
Yeah.
haven't satisfied any of that. So all of that works negatively, and that's why the score will drop. But now as you're satisfying that loan and you get 50, 60, 75%, your score starts to go up because one, you got the time. Two, you also have like paid off 75% of the loan. So now that debt behind that 12,000 is now like, 3,000.
Yeah.
So that also you made it opposite now. You went from 100% owed to 25% owed. You switched it around, so your score is bumping.
Right.
Now, when you close that account, like I said, if it reflected for a long amount of your overall history, you may have saw less of an increase or something like that, even from having a positive thing of paying it off. This is why I tell people the most important thing is your oldest credit card, never close it, always keep it in good standings, and always use it occasionally so that you keep it active. Because the two things I can tell you that have happened, I've had accounts that from inactivity got closed and they were my oldest account, and now my credit took a dive simply because that account got closed for lack of use.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've run into that similarly recently.
So these are the things you want to pay attention of. And the biggest thing I can tell people that is a huge misconception is that basically your available balance on your credit card.
Yeah.
So when I did my seminar, when we did a seminar a few years ago, actually, and I went through like all the stuff on a platform about credit, I said basically the kind of lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
there.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah,
Slipped out.
The train on the tracks goes choo choo.
Yo, you are stupid.
Yo, everybody's like, yo, oh, we were talking about credit.
All right, back at you. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know where you're going because you know quite a bit about credit. Our
Right.
in-house credit guy. So I couldn't help you find your train of thought. But what I
appreciate it.
can do is offer you an opportunity to tell the audience about your most craziest credit disaster,
Oh,
or
God.
that of your clients, or that of someone who's just asked you a question. Because I'm sure people have been like, "Yo, Ryan, you know about credit. Like, what about the situation?" You know?
The craziest credit situation. Honestly, my craziest credit situation was probably when I stepped into that investment property because I poured everything I had into it.
I'm sure everybody in the audience is like, "Yo, Ryan in this property, yo."
You know what I'm saying? So I pushed it to the limits and I didn't care. And when it was all said and done,
Yeah.
I got some money on it, good bit. And I can't even say it all went to them. That's a credit disaster. Don't do that.
Yeah.
You see me riding around in a nice sports car, don't think I'm rich. I might be super broke because I bought the sports car and didn't pay the bills.
That's funny, bro.
How's that for a credit disaster?
That's certainly something. I mean, I got a disaster, but it ain't even credit. It's not even credit related. Like, I got an anonymous submission from one of our viewers, and he was asking me a question about loan usage, right? Especially like in today's climate with the student loans. Like, I don't know when I'm releasing this video because I did mention a little bit about it, but like we're currently going through this madness, right? Like
Right.
sudden student loan repayment requirement, whatever. This dude hits me up. It's like,
Oh, they want their
"Yo."
money now?
Yeah, they want their money. If you went into default during COVID and all that, they want their money.
Oh, not
And they
now,
started,
but
they
right
started
now?
garnishing wages.
Oh,
They started taking tax returns.
damn.
They started it's almost like child support.
That's heavy.
It's exactly like child
Yeah,
support.
yeah. It's like that.
So,
Got them.
they're scooping. They're scooping deep. So it's like this dude hit me up. It was like, yo, I'm worried. I forget what his. Nah, I'm not gonna tell y'all his username. Y'all gonna find him. So he hits me up. He's like, yo, bro. So I had used a loan from something. I was going to school one semester and I got like a grant, like a Pell Grant or something. I don't know what kind of grant it was.
Word.
It covered his year or whatever. So he was like, I took out a loan anyways because they were just offering it to me. It looked nice. And so I used it, and then one of my friends hit me up. It was like, yo, you want to go half on this investment? And then I just used my loan money to buy a house. And I was like, why you, now you, did he just incriminate me? I had to send it to legal.
Listen, that's better than buying some J's. You feel me?
It is better than buying some J's. I mean, you could spend your student loan money on worse.
Yeah, I knew someone who pulled up in the Benz one time. I guess that was a crisis story. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, young boy, he was crazy.
What young boy bought with it? Well, how is I can't even.
I think it's basically similar to what you just said.
Right.
He took the student loan money and just went to the dealership with it, like,
Wow. Okay.
and walked out crazy.
I mean, he buy it cash?
Shout out. Nah, I'm pretty sure he did some iller shit, like probably put a down payment and had to finance the rest, maybe, which could have got real ugly because I don't even know if he had a job. Now that's a credit
That
crisis.
whole situation is
Yo.
Yo. And you know in them dealerships they want you out that door with them keys.
That's it. They don't care.
You walk in with a suitcase full of cash. You don't got a steady job. I don't know.
Yeah, you
got
gonna get it
down, babe.
one way or another.
One way or another.
Feel me?
You know what I mean? So people be wilding, yo. People be wilding.
Oh, yeah. Keep those credit balances high.
Yeah.
A person, or excuse me, available
Okay.
balances.
Available.
Keep those credit available balances
Right.
high.
Utilization.
Keep those low.
Yes.
Low.
There you go.
When it comes to utilization, that shit should sound like Lil Jon. All right? Get low. You feel me? Or was that Yang Yang Twins? I don't know. Whatever. But
that
yeah,
song ain't
that's what I
copyrighted.
have forgot. All right? Credit availability.
Oh, we back.
850. I think they bring it up. Are they going up to 900 now? Some craziness like that. Anyway, whatever the number is for perfection, a person with that has at least $50,000 of available credit. So if you have a credit card and you've been paying on it for years on time, and you be doing sus stuff like barely like spending a lot of money on it, so they don't really know you got it like that. You know, you're not like what I described earlier where you're running it up and then paying it off. So they're like, oh, he could handle that. Give him some more.
Yeah.
You know, you just using it all responsible and what's the word? Docile like and whatnot. You feel me?
Conservatively.
Yeah, that's cool, but not. Go on. No, I'm just kidding. But the point is, if you're living like that, but you're like building credit in other ways,
Right.
you know, they may not look to increase your credit limit. They may not think you want it. So if you're modest like that and, you know, you don't ask for the increase, you won't get it. But what I'm trying to tell you is getting that increase will raise your score as long as you don't start abusing the available credit once you get it.
So I got a question, right? I just randomly thought of this, right? I heard somewhere on I was deaf scrolling through TikTok. I was deaf scrolling through Instagram. I heard somewhere that someone said you shouldn't request a credit score increase. You should just let them provide it.
Right. But like I just said,
Oh, yeah?
if you're running it up, say you just starting off, you got a Capital One credit card,
Right.
$500 or $200, right? If you keep running that $200 credit card up to $160 and then paying it off completely, they're gonna probably push it up. Maybe not every company can, but I'm pretty sure they can.
Right.
So it's like once they see you utilizing so much and paying it off, usually they'll automatically raise it.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you're being mild, if you have a $200 credit card and you only charge like $50 to $75 on it, then, you know, they're not going to, because they're like, they don't see you using it, and they may not be running your credit to see that the score is so good that they should do that.
Yeah.
Right? Because when you call them and ask for the increase, you're basically giving them authorization to run an inquiry.
Soft or hard?
I mean, pause. Nigga, pause. God. Hey!
Soft or hard? Because I got to pay for one.
I'm about to spit my drink out. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, it's not cool. The
Yo.
kind that is gonna have an effect on your score possibly. So that's my point.
No.
When you that's the negative, and that's the thing. Like we said, the legs of credit.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you got an increase, but you also just cause an inquiry, and an inquiry, every inquiry stays on for at least 2 years. Then they fall off. So that's why you don't go to the dealership and let them say they're gonna run your credit with every bank that they know.
Ooh.
Because even though it's supposed to only show up as one inquiry,
Right.
a lot of times people don't do their due diligence to realize what's going on, and you'll have multiple inquiries. I had 9 at one time from buying a vehicle.
Oh.
And it didn't make any sense because every bank was giving them the same approximate interest rate, and they were just killing my joint, I guess, assuming that, hey, if I find one, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
that sounds crazy.
I had to
actually.
deal with that because I wasn't willing to take the time out to contact the credit bureaus and say, hey, remove these, because they're all there for one vehicle, at one dealership that decided to run my joint. Like I didn't even shop around.
So
I found the vehicle online.
So they don't have like a consumer protection process like how if you run your credit for a home loan, you got that 14 days or something like that, like approximately about 14 days to go and run your credit otherwise, to go and see all of the other offers you can get and then
I can't
compare
speak
interest.
for the home loan stuff, but on
Right.
the general stuff, and even with that, I would say be careful because although they have these grace periods, they may just put it on your report and not be mindful that, yeah, it's within that, so it's supposed to be removed.
Right.
Like I said, every inquiry on my vehicle was literally that same day. They were simultaneous, all from one dealership.
My God.
So it didn't make any sense that they literally carried out for the entire 2-year span.
Right.
And I waited for them to fall off. So that's a big no-no. And these are the type of things that they do. So if you're not looking at your credit and then you're going to get something and your credit's all jacked up, like basically what I'm saying is good or bad, it's good to monitor your credit.
Right.
Anytime you do something with it or don't, just occasionally, if you have a credit card that has an app on it that lets you check it, then you can check, randomly and just verify. And I like to do that because I like to know where I'm at. Every dollar you pay down on your card usually has some type of effect on your credit score. So you just put a lump sum of money payment,
Right.
check your score within 10, 15 days, maybe, 30 days, and see where it's at. It
You're right.
should reflect that.
I did notice that, like, as I made my payments towards the latter part of my loan, like, Credit Karma, right? They would hit me and be like, "Yo, you're doing great. Your repayment score is on fire, or whatever."
Right.
Like, I get 5 points just because I made my payment on time. And it's not gonna be all the time, but when you show that significant difference, you're right. It does very much benefit.
Right.
It does very much benefit. So, again, we drop dimes in every episode.
Real.
And we're about to end this one. So I hope you picked up the dime that we dropped today. I know we be getting silly, but in that silliness, we always want to help you understand the journey through real estate. And credit is a big one. Like, you can't even take a dump. You can't take a shit. You can't even look over a wall without having good credit. And that sounds like a crazy analogy, but somebody it resonated with, So resonate.
I'm not touching it.
So it's been great. You were here with Romano, the realtor, and Ryan, the people's realtor. And we're gonna be seeing you. Have a good night.
All right, everybody.
Shit, is it nighttime? I can't even tell.
You feel me? We got the
I can't
curtains
even
up.
tell. Anyways, bye-bye.
Farewell, friends.